let's see some demos. Some of the demos we have seen. Device Manager we have seen. Task Manager. Have we seen Task Manager in the chapter 1? We will see Task Manager, Device Manager. We'll just review it, and then we will go from there. Also, we will look at programs, creating programs, not really creating, running programs. So this word should have been running, ideally. Programs, running program. We will see this demo next to get some of the things in the perspective. So let's see this items one by one. So first we're gonna see the loaded drivers. So to see the operating system files in Windows, what we can do is in the C drive, there is a folder called Windows. So that is where the Windows operating system files are normally present. Okay, so let's go to it. I'm going to the File Explorer. This is a C drive. This has only one drive, this laptop. By the way, we are using this laptop for all the demos. We can use the PC we built as well, but that PC is not present right now. It's being used for a different purpose. That's why we are using this laptop. So I'm going to go to C drive and then Windows. So this is the folder which I was mentioning. So these are most of the operating system files will be present somewhere here. Out of this, there is a specific folder which is more important called System32. This is where all the core kernel files are present, the operating system kernel. The most important file for Windows, the operating system itself, is called NTOS kernel.exe. So this is the file. Sorry about that. So this is the operating system itself. This file which I have highlighted here, this is the operating system itself. It has a lot of helper files and a lot of device drivers along with it. Some of the device drivers are present here itself in this folder itself, but most of the proper drivers, the actual drivers, are in a folder called drivers. So let's go there. So this is the drivers folder which contains all the device drivers. So not all of these drivers are loaded. Right now I'm showing you a view of the file system or the disk, okay? But I'm not showing you what is being loaded into the system right now. So these are the drivers potentially can be loaded. They are present, but they are not loaded, which means that they are in the disk, but not in the memory.
Question.
Yes.
So are these files located in the boot sector of the disk?
Not necessarily. Once boot sector will have a code. So the question is, let me rephrase the question. This is a good question. So let me rephrase whether these files are present in the boot sector of the disk or not. The answer is no. The reason why it's no is because once the system is booted, or the purpose of the software which is there in the boot sector is just to load the operating system. In fact, to load that first file we have seen NTOS kernel, right? Remember? To load that particular file is the only purpose of the code which is present in the boot sector. Okay, so boot sector has just a direction. It doesn't have much of a logic in it, content in it. Yeah, it has a pointer. It just jumps to a location and it just goes away. And boot sector is a very small place. You cannot keep a lot of things into the boot sector. So these are in different parts of the HDD we have seen, but not on the boot sector. Yeah. In fact, it can be practically anywhere in the primary partition. Yeah. The primary partition in this case is the C drive or AC primary partition. These are the files. Normally it has an extension sys in Windows. All the device drivers will have an extension sys.sys, and it is not mandatory to have a sys extension for a device driver in Windows. So there are DLLs and other things as well. These are the files on the disk. Now let's see what is on the memory. So for that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to msconfig. We have gone there before, but this time it's for a different purpose. So I'm gonna right click here, click on run. I'm gonna press msconfig. In the msconfig, I'm gonna go to tools, And here we're going to do the msinfo32, or I can directly go into this exe. We have seen this before. So in this, go to software environment, click on system drivers, and these are the drivers present in the system right now. If you sort with started, all the yes ones, the started equal to yes. If you look at started equal to yes, they are the one which is loaded into the memory right now. Those are the files which is loaded into the kernel right now. So there are other programs like Process Explorer which will show you similar information, but that is kind of out of the scope of this series. Another interesting tab to look at is loaded modules. So this will give you all the programs which are loaded into the system right now. So these are the loaded modules. So this will have all the kernel modules as well as different programs which is loaded into this laptop right now. All right, so let's get back to the slide and see what is next in our list. So we have seen the loaded drivers in the msinfo32, and we have seen most of the OS files as well, the NTOS kernel 32. That is the main OS file. Yeah. Next, let's see what are the different programs running inside the operating system. For that, we will go to the TaskManager. So the keyboard combination for TaskManager is Control-Shift-Escape. So if you press Control-Shift-Escape, you will get the TaskManager. And the tab which is of interest is the Details tab. You can go to any other tab if you want. So this is the detailed tab. So these are the different computer programs or processes running in the system right now. The one you're seeing in Windows, most of them end with an extension exe or executable. So these are different computer programs which is written by someone. It could be Microsoft, it could be some other companies. We're gonna write one by ourselves and it will come here. We will see that. So these are the different computer programs written by someone to have that specific purpose of the program. So typical example right now is I'm doing this presentation right now. So there will be PowerPoint.exe. So this is a PowerPoint, yeah. So this is a PowerPoint. We are doing the presentation right now. And also I'm doing the screen capture. So this is a screen capture going on right now. So that's why you are able to see the screen. So look at the CPU usage of the screen capture. So screen capture is actively using CPU because it's processing. It is capturing right now while we are talking. So that's why it is taking almost 14-15% CPU at the moment. So this is the PowerPoint. So a lot of other softwares are running in this system right now. So that is the programs running in the operating system. So we have seen file of the operating system, which is there in the C Windows folder. Most important kernel related files are in C Windows System 32. That's correct. Now I said every file is 1 and 0. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at a JPEG file in binary format. So that's what we're going to do. And we will be using Visual Studio for this to see the 1s and 0 of a file, the JPEG file. And Task Manager we have already seen. Task Manager is through which we saw the running programs. And Device Manager, we have seen Device Manager before. It will show you all the devices. So before I go into this, let me quickly show you the Device Manager just to make sure that we remember it. So to go to the Device Manager, so pretty much everything you can do from here. If you right click on the Start menu, you can pretty much go everywhere, and you can access the Task Manager as well from here. And this is the Device Manager. So we have seen this. We have seen different devices here previously. We found out that different devices has drivers. For example, this is the graphics card right now. This is not the PCB assembled, so this has a different graphics card. So if you go to properties, driver, you can see the details of that driver, which file is responsible for driving that particular device. So for example, these are the different device drivers which is accessing this graphics card in this laptop right now. So if you carefully look, this drivers, not all the modules of this drivers are in System32 drivers, so they are in different other folders. In fact, it has no files in the C Windows System 32 at all, but it is in System 32 though, so something worth mentioning. So Device Manager we have seen before, so I'm going to close it. Now let's view the binary inside a JPEG file. So next what we're going to do is we're going to view the 1 and 0 in a file, and we're going to select a JPEG file, which is an image file, and we're going to look at the image in a program which can be viewed as an image, and then we're going to open it up in Visual Studio. So this is the image file we're going to look at. So in a normal application which processes the image or JPEG file, the file is like this. So this is how it looks. No surprises. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the extension. I'm going to copy this file, copy, paste there itself. So I just copied the file, and I'm going to change the extension of this file so that Visual Studio won't understand that it's an image file. So I just renamed the file to bin. Even after renaming, as you might know, the file will have exactly same content. The content remains the same. For example, if I rename it back, you will be able to see the image here. For the sake of making Visual Studio believe that it's a binary file, I'm gonna make it binary. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this file in Visual Studio. So I'm gonna start an instance of Visual Studio, Visual Studio 2019. So this is my Visual Studio instance. So I have started the Visual Studio. Here I am opening a folder, open a local folder. So this is the option I'm going to select. I'm going to select this folder where my picture is there. So in this, I have my original picture as well as my renamed picture as well. So let's see the original picture. So it has a JPEG extension. So Visual Studio is able to process that particular image because it has the JPEG extension. Let's close this. This is not what we want. So what we want is how it's going to look here. So if you look at this, so Visual Studio is thinking that it is a binary file. It doesn't know at the moment because of the extension we have given. It doesn't know that it's a JPEG file. So because of that, it is giving you the binary output. So where is the binary here? So let me explain this output. So this is the start of the file. Here, the 4 zeros you are seeing. And what is the content inside the start of the file? So that is the FF. So that is the content. So FF is not binary. We know that. Binary should be 1 and 0, but this is FF. This is the hexadecimal representation of binary number. In computer, whenever you see a hexadecimal number, we will be seeing hexadecimal numbers shortly. But just to inform you right now, for the sake of this particular demo, whenever we see hexadecimal number, which is nothing but 16 based numbers, we have seen 2 base number, we have seen 10 base number, which is the normal number we use, and there is 16 base number as well. So they are called hexadecimal number. So we have all the conversions in this chapter actually. So whenever you see hexadecimal number, it is nothing but binary. So binary in a human readable format. Let's see the equivalent. So let's use calculator and let's see the equivalent, binary equivalent of FFF. Okay. So I already know it is 11111. 1F is 15. F is 15 is F. 15 means that it is 4 ones. Okay. And so there is only one here. One. So FF is this. So let's see that in the calculator. So again, I have started the calculator. I'm switching into programmer and I'm going to select hex. In this case, I'm going to go with FF. So here itself is showing 4 ones and then another 4 1. Yeah. So that is the FF. The start of the file is this particular binary number. And what is the next after that? D8. So D8 is the next. So D8. So the next number coming after that is?
It's FFD.
Yeah, FFD8, that's fine. Yeah. So that is, it's in the same order as in the file, you know, there is no difference. Yeah, FFD8. The file start with this particular number. But the reason why we are not using this particular number is it's so huge. Yeah, it's so huge and it's very unreadable. It's just ones and zeros. But FFD8, it's easy to pronounce, is easy to see, easy to represent, easy to make sense out of it for us humans. But hexadecimal number means that we are representing binary in a very cosmetic way. Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
CPU knows only binary digits, right?
That's right.
So who is doing this hexadecimal kind?
This particular program is doing right now. Visual Studio is converting it. So Visual Studio is reading the binary numbers inside this file and showing it to us in this format such that it will be easy for us to see the hexadecimal instead of the binary. More appropriate question would be why it is showing in hexadecimal and not in decimal. So there is a decimal equivalent as well. If you look at this is the decimal equivalent 65,496. That is not the number we are seeing. We are seeing FFD8. The reason for that question is coming pretty soon in this session, and we will discuss that there. In short, this is the binary content of the JPEG file, the image we have seen. Any questions? Okay. So we have seen that demo. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at this. So these are programs, running programs. So again, let me correct it. So not really creating, it's a better verb, although it means the same thing. So I'm sure we are used with Explorer. Explorer is the one which we access the file. So this is the Explorer. So this program which we are seeing right here. So this is the Explorer, this program right here. How do I know that? For example, if I go to TaskManager, so this is the TaskManager, same thing we saw before, Explorer. So this is the Explorer. It is also called Windows Shell. Every operating system has a shell. Shell is the primary interface a human being interact with an operating system. In Windows, the shell is a UI based shell, like the one user interface with Windows and everything. In Linux, it's normally a terminal. Shell runs in a terminal. So if I kill this thing, this window in the back will disappear. So let me quickly show you that. So I'm going to call end task on this Explorer. End process. It's gone. You saw it disappeared. Now to start a process, so file, run new task. Okay, I'm going to type Explorer. Or you can type explorer.exe as well if you want. Yeah, click OK. So the start menu, everything came up. Did you see that? All the things you see in Windows, all the start menu, everything is coming from the Explorer, from the shell. Shell is responsible for it. Now we have seen TaskManager. So we have started a program from the TaskManager. So TaskManager is a program by which you can start other programs. Another example is the shell itself. For example, you start most of the programs from the shell. So when you go to start menu and start a program, so the shell is starting a new program. So there is a new program starting here, and that is coming from the shell. Another program which normally advanced users in Windows uses to start other programs is called command prompt. Let me show you that as well. So window R. So I'm going to use shell itself, the Explorer itself. So this run is coming from the Explorer to start cmd.exe. So this is the Windows command prompt. So now I can start other programs from here, like Notepad. So I started a Notepad from here. That is what programs, running programs or programs creating different programs. So Explorer we have seen, and we have seen the command prompt as well. Yes.
So if we close Explorer, all other programs will be closed?
No. Good question again. So the question is, for example, if you kill a program which which has started other programs. For example, Explorer is here, Explorer, and that Explorer has started a Notepad. And then you're killing Explorer. The question is whether the Notepad will die. The answer is no. If you want, you can try it yourself. It won't die. But there is an option in tools like Process Explorer that kill process tree. If you right click on this and kill process tree, if you do this, everything underneath it will go, including this Notepad. But normally, if you simply kill Explorer, it won't go. Yeah, same with command prompt as well. All right, so any questions?